Everyone to stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join our community, the UvH fam, links are below to our Discord, along with our free options trading group on Facebook. We're back here with another watch list, talk about the market real quick. Apologies that it wasn't able to go live today. Just been really busy doing a lot of different things, and I just didn't get back in time. And now here we are. I did close the day up $111 in realized gains. I'm still battling Roku, so we'll see how tomorrow ends up. But I want to do a kind of what I'm looking at, kind of what happened today, and the S&Ps. We were at one point just $7 away from all-time highs. We closed the day up $8 on the S&P 500 at 3,009, but we're a little bit short. We're a little bit short here of all-time highs, and you could see that the air is getting a little thin here. And at the end of the day, it's hard to say like who can you trust? Who can you trust at what's going on? Because there's a lot of news going around. Last night the market ripped up because Bloomberg put out that there's going to be an interim trade deal. However, today the White House then said that the U.S. is absolutely not considering an interim trade deal, even though Bloomberg reported earlier that the Trump administration has discussed putting together a limited trade deal. And that is what caused the market to, essentially, if you're looking at SPY here, rip up and then fall apart, So that's where we're at. And a lot of people got caught up on that, like on Tesla today. I think Tesla was I made some money on here on Tesla today when it ripped up from here. Made a quick 100% gain when it ripped up to here. But a lot of people were getting greedy. I know I was talking on the Discord. Some people held on and didn't sell, and this is a very, very good example. I will be looking at Tesla tomorrow and make some trades because I do think it is trying to fill this gap here, which is why I bought the 250 calls today and ran up to 253.50. We sold it for a quick 100% gain, and that's why in this market, when you hit your targets, you exit, because you could have immediately went up. I made 100%, and if you held on and got greedy, I would have been down 60% within the same 30 minutes. So you got to be really careful in this market. I said it. I've been saying it. Take profits, redeploy capital. Take profits, redeploy capital. Profits are not promised. People definitely got greedy here because gains were happening so quick. But just realize when gains are happening quick, so are losses. And this is what happens when you get caught up in that. If you get caught up in this, comment below. Let me know what happened. Let's learn from this together. Let's move forward. And also, if you find this video value and you like it, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. But looking at Tesla, this is a prime example on why you should always take your gains. I mean, if you're shorting this, you probably got, this is also dangerous. If you were shorting Tesla, down in here today and you got instantly squeezed and you closed out, you were angry that it immediately dropped and you would have been in the profit. I mean, this stuff kind of is tricky. So it moved up on trade news and fell on trade news. And the weird thing right now is after that, just 4 hours ago, so market was closed at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. They're now saying President Trump says he would think about an interim deal with China. However, the president says he would prefer a full agreement as the world's two largest economies look to end a widening trade war. And then, obviously on Wednesday he delayed some of the tariffs. So, like what? Like what is going on? So just be aware right now. News can come out at any time. Wreck your portfolio. If you're making money, take the profits. You can always redeploy. It's a lot harder to redeploy when you make less, when you have a loss. You can't really deploy your capital, especially if, let's say, you blew your account off this. You put 100% of your capital on this and you blew up. I mean, this is why you don't trade with 100% of your capital, because you could easily easily blow up. But I do think in terms of Tesla, I mean, we closed red, you know, held on pretty good. I mean, it fell pretty quickly, but I do think that we're going to have a potential gap hit fill on Tesla here, which is pretty interesting to me after it broke out around like 245 area. So, you know, that's one thing that I'm looking at tomorrow. Other thing that was kind of interesting to me as well, if you take a look at this tweet here, and it says it is expected that China will be buying large amounts of our agricultural products. And then just 1 hour ago, it says ahead of trade talks, China makes biggest U.S. soybean purchase since June. So just be mindful. Things are getting a little spicy. I think I think President Trump, things are softening for him because he does realize I think he's starting to realize the impact of the tariffs and the trade war. And I know that I don't think he wants to go. I mean, this is my personal opinion, of course. Take it as you want, but my personal opinion is Trump doesn't want to go into 2020 with this trade war lingering. He wants the Fed to cut rates, and he wants the trade war resolved, and we just smash through all-time highs, so that way when he gets into the election in 2020, it's no questions asked, hands down. You know, he's saying he's the best president because the economy is ripping all-time highs. But that's just the way that's just the way I see it. Another stock today. I lost about $50 on Twilio. I shorted Twilio in here when it was like a 113 ish area, when it was struggling here this morning, because you know, yesterday it kept hitting this area and it fell apart. Today I shorted it again, but then we had that trade war. Whatever you want to call it, trade war news, tariff news. You know, same thing. You know, it was starting to fall apart here, and I put my position on, and it got squeezed out, only for it to come back down. So, you know, I am interested in Twilio here. See if it can break through the 115. If it can, I'll buy some calls. If not, then I might be looking to short this. Also, tomorrow I'll be probably looking to trade some same-day SPY expiration because we had some really good movement in here today. And yesterday I made some, you know, a little bit of money in SPY as well, trading same-day expiration. So I'll be looking to buy some in-the-money calls or puts depending on how it goes. You know, the market right now, futures are up, you know, barely anything. S&P's up 3, Dow's up 32, and Nasdaq's up 12, which is basically like nothing. So, you know, we'll see where these calls and these puts open up and which direction the market is looking ahead, and kind of trying to scalp 20 to 40% somewhere in there. Not trying to get greedy, take profits and reload. But other thing, Apple really sold off as well right at close. So it's starting to make some recovery after hours, but you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think as traders, it is very difficult to trade this type of news, you know, trading tweets and tariff news and this kind of thing, because it's unpredictable. Also, another thing that happened today was the ECB. They cut rates the first time since 2016, and they're looking to do a bond buyback program to kind of ease the pressure if there is an upcoming recession, or to ease recession fears, essentially. So a lot of things happening globally, a lot of things happening in the US. So at this point in time, you know, I'm going to trade small tomorrow. I'm going to trade safe. I'm going to stay green. And, you know, hopefully you guys do the same. If you watch this video to the end, comment below, say watch to the end. I want to know who you are. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us for cert.